Hello, my friends. Well, we are off on a little adventure, my buddy Ed and I.
Your buddy.
My buddy. And we got the trailer hooked up to the back of the car, and we are headed to find a tree. We're not sure what tree, but it's September now, and we like to plant a tree in September. So we'll see where that takes us. Here we go. And I have to tell you, it was an absolutely beautiful day as we headed north towards the town of Fort Collins, just enjoying the ride along the way, knowing that we had a mission on our hands driving through the little town of Loveland. Well, not so little anymore, on our way to Fort Collins. Our tree in the front yard, one of our trees has been dying back the last few years, and that's what really set us off. But we always like to plant a tree in September, just as a reminder that fall is in the air and it's a tradition, right? We all have our traditions that we do. So I have a nursery that I love up in Fort Collins. It's called Gully's Greenhouse. And so we headed up there to find the tree, that perfect tree that we wanted. And pulling into Gullies, I wasn't really sure what type of tree we would get, but we knew, as it always does when I go to Gullies or any nursery for that matter, I know that it will hit me what I want. So first we looked at all the mini evergreen trees that were there, and they were gorgeous, and I wish I could have taken many more of them. Yeah, we shrugged our shoulders, not sure which way to go. But one of the things that we knew with an evergreen, it wouldn't give us the kind of shade that we were looking for. Though I wanted to look closely at all of them because I just love evergreens. The smell that they bring into a yard is just so fantastic. So Ed put up with me as I looked at the evergreens, knowing we'd go somewhere else. And we did. We decided on the Catalpa tree is the tree that we decided. I remembered back in the spring when we had seen one in a park and it was in bloom so beautifully. And this tree over on the right, that's about 50 years old. It's a little strange because it's had to grow around that telephone line, but it'll give you an idea of how big these trees will get. So we loaded it up in the car. My only regret was that we didn't wrap it in burlap or something. Some of the leaves got pretty beat up on the way home because we had about a 45-minute drive home. Even though Ed went very slowly, we definitely had a little bit of leaf damage to it. But the leaves are so beautiful. And even with the and their lime green color just really, really attracted me to them as well. But in the spring, oh, they're just absolutely magnificent. So we tied our catalpa in and headed home. And then once home, Ed had some work to do on our crabapple tree. This is the one that's been suffering because it was hanging over pretty far, and we needed that room for the catalpa tree to be able to get enough sunlight, and so we decided to cut that back. And Ed is so good at cutting back trees. So that's was the first thing that we needed to do to get the job going, get anything off the tree that wasn't serving it of the crabapple tree, and then we'd be ready for the next step. Okay, Ed, so you've been off on a motorcycle ride.
Oh, you wrapped me out.
Yeah, so you got a little break in the action. I'm going to back the camera up just a little bit here. There we go. All right, so you went on a motorcycle ride. You got a little break in the action. And now you're back here with the tree. And tell us what it is you're doing.
We're digging a hole. So it's 20 inches. You got to dig it at least 1.5. So this is 20 inches across. So we're going to make this 40 inches around. We're going to make it just a little bit deeper than this because you want the trunk, you want this to just be level with the ground. This could be just a little bit low. Normally you'd have a little bit above, but in this place, this is like a high desert. We're gonna have our own drip system, so I don't have to worry about it raining every 2 days on it. So because you kept it alone, it would just collect water. So here it doesn't do that. So that's what we'll do. We'll dig this all out nice and square around, and then we'll make it a little bit deeper so we could add our
How do you know how around to make it?
Well, that was on the paper that you wanted twice as big.
Oh, twice as big.
Twice as big, but not just as deep as that. Because trees, you know, when they start, they go out. They don't go giant like a root. So that's what we're doing. So we just start, measure it, mark it. We'll mark it here. I'll run a drip line off to give it some water to maybe tomorrow because it's late in the day.
Right.
But not that late.
Plenty of water for you.
Got plenty of water. We're good.
All
We'll
right.
just start it, and we'll go
All right,
from there.
To it. Go from there.
Go from there. You can see it. We just take, and this grass it's never been dug up here, so it's an old prairie. Yeah, and it's so
Check back in a little while.
check back in a little while and see how it looks.
Thank you. All right, so here we are. That is quite some hole you got dug there, Ed. How long did it take you to do that?
37 hours.
37 hours.
No, a couple hours. The problem is between the trees. There's a whole bunch of roots. I had to use an axe, a
Got the
pickaxe to get
axe,
out.
Pickaxe.
And the ground, we haven't had rain for
Ever.
quite a few years, and so it's like it's clay anyway, but it's like digging like just hard clay. And
But
so
we got it.
we got it. Usually by now you would start to see a little bit of moisture because we have a high water table here. It was supposed to be, but
So what do we do next?
so now we have it, like we said, twice as wide and just as deep. So now what we'll do is we'll put some topsoil down, a little bit of compost, and we'll mix it together.
Yeah, because that soil looks awful.
It's awful. It's just dust.
Clay, right?
It's just dry clay. So we'll do that. We'll mix it, and then we'll get it wet, and then we'll put the tree ball on top of it. Just set it down on top. We'll put some topsoil around, some compost, mix it all in. Put some of the original soil around it too. Mix it all in so that the roots are like that. Wet it down really good. Then we'll put some gorilla mulch on top to keep it moist, and put a barrier on it to keep the weeds out. And then tomorrow I have a sprinkler tube under here that I'm going to tap in, tee in, bring it so it runs off the zone for the rest of these, and it'll give us a beautiful tree.
Okay, my friends, a new day has dawned. Here's Ed out here getting the irrigation to the tree, because one thing we know for sure, that trees freshly planted need lots of water.
We want to tell our viewers, she's been busting my chops about my Giants shirt because I wore it yesterday. And yeah, I found it in the garage, and I'm wearing it because my mom got it for me when the Giants were playing the Broncos, because I used to be a Giants fan. I had a Y.A. Tittle uniform when I was a kid. But she passed away in 99. So I got it out. We were working. We're dirty. I'm getting dirty again.
So hey, he's got the same shirt on again today, even though it is a new day.
Yeah.
So we've got the morning sun coming from the east.
Yeah.
And so we're kind of looking at that now with our beautiful new Catalpa tree, and how that will be bringing shade. Because look, there is shade right here, right?
Yeah, it's good.
There's shade.
It's going to be good. It gets
We've
big.
got our hostas here, which have been beat up a bit by the grasshoppers this year, but that's our biggest concern, is that they're going to have enough shade coming into next year.
And they get a little sun, so we're going to use bubblers on these. So what I had to do is I cut the line that was under here. I dug it, punched a hole through there. I had one of these slip-on tees that are cool instead of with the clamps. They're a pain in the butt. These are easy. You just slide it, put them in, slide them together. So I punched a hole through there, seal the end. So we're just going to use.
So then it's coming through, and then here. So right now it's just waiting for you to
waiting
bubblers.
to finish. So we could look at these, Sherry. So
so
you buy these in the store. These are pretty cool. These are adjustable bubblers. And I don't know about this drip system. I don't know if you can find them on Amazon if I had these in the bag. So the adjustable bubblers. And what they do, you take this off. These are connections that come with them. I have bigger ones that I use. You pop these off. So the water comes out of here, they're adjustable, and then it comes out like a big umbrella on here. And I'm going to use these because the sprinklers go on for 6 minutes a day, and I want that to get enough water to hold it. So
that's in this whole
the front zone.
This whole front zone. Okay.
Yeah. So that's what we're doing. And I buy the vinyl. I was using the black stuff for years. This black tubing for years, but I find that this brown vinyl tubing is much more pliable and it's easier to work with. And after doing a system, your hands get really sore. So it's 1/4 inch vinyl tubing. And I don't know if I got this on the big old Amazon or I went to the store. I don't know where I got this, but I'm going to go get another one. They're cheap. It's like maybe $6 for 50 feet.
Wow.
So, and then these are easy because you just make it a little bit wet. Everything works better when it's wet.
And Luna's over here just kind of supervising.
Yeah, so they just here.
There you go.
Just
Where's
slide.
Abby?
She's in the garage.
Okay.
They just slide on really easy. You can see how easy if she's paying attention here.
I'm
Come
paying
on,
attention.
Sherry. Come on, Sherry.
Just checking on my girls.
My wonderful ADD wife. There she goes. Oh, there's a squirrel. Hey, anyway, see how
that would be ADHD, but
okay, yeah.
whatever.
Well, what do I know?
Okay.
I'm not a doctor.
I'm not a doctor.
Not a doctor. So anyway, we just put these in. We punch a couple of holes. I have a little tool here, and I like this because it supports the backside. You can buy a cheaper one. Where is that?
In his organization
like
bucket.
Yeah. So you could buy one of these. These are like $1.99, and you just put on and punch it. But I don't like. Sometimes it flattens out the tube and makes it funky. And so this one is about $8. But it's nice. It's called a Miracle Pro Punch.
Miracle. It's Miracle.
Pro, Sherry. We might
Miracle
be pros.
Pro.
So just go on here and we'll pop these in and then we'll get it all together here.
All right. Well, thanks.
So you want to see it popping or no?
Sure.
Okay, so let's see. So it's the last of the tubing, so I had to be a little bit thrifty. So let's see. We'll put one. Want to make sure you don't get any dirt in it. So we'll put one here. About here where we can move it. This is good. And then let's see, these are both the same length. And then I think over here is good. We can get it right there. That's
so
good.
One over there, one over there. Okay.
So we'll go like this. Let's see, we'll put this down. So we want this to be on top. So we'll just go put one there. We'll put one over here. Easy holes. You just put that in there and just pop that in there.
It's a miracle.
It's a miracle. Guy who invented this, I hope he's rich.
Yeah, me too.
Because it saves so much time. You just pop that in there and they seal. The pressure pushes it up. So this one will go, I'm going to bury this here. Nice, so it looks nice. And this will get good pressure here. We get I'll get a little hooker there.
And what do you mean a hooker by as far as something that will?
Yeah, it's a little stake that you use. So you see, little stake it's made for that tubing. It's the last one I have because we've been pretty busy this year. So you just push that in there like that. Push it down. Let's see, it's stuck on something.
Oh, so it's just more aesthetic.
Yeah, no, it just holds not aesthetic, it's functional, Sherry.
Well, it's functional and aesthetic?
No, it's just functional.
Oh, I like aesthetic.
Oh, aesthetic. Well, you won't even see
That's
it.
our functional guy. I'm the aesthetic guy.
Yeah, so you just put this out here. So you want it far enough away so that the ball stays wet, but that the roots start looking for a place to go. So we will put this right on the end of the ball where we had it.
Okay.
And then we'll cover this. I think the ball's right.
Bada boom, bada bang.
Bing, bada boom, bada bang. Right there, like that. Boom, boom. Cover that up like that, and then we'll turn the sprinkler on.
It's nice too, that brown tubing, especially on something like this, because it just kind of blends in with the
highlights.
With the brown of the.
When I first started the sprinklers, they were
mulch.
selling that. It was like a lime green, not even lime green, but a real bright green. And then I would do it, and you could see these big green worms going through the garden, and I didn't like them, so I eventually. But that's been
great.
15 years, so.
And then you'll just fill in the dirt over there.
Over here, yeah. And then, but I want to turn it on before I do anything. Make sure the water doesn't spray everywhere.
All right, cool enough.
What do you think?
Great.
Pretty cool, huh?
Pretty darn cool. A lot cooler than that shirt.
Yeah, I know, but hey, yeah, my mom. I think it was the last thing my mom bought. So, oh no, not the last thing, but
whatever. Okay.
It's nice.
All right, here we go. Okay, so here we are. We are all set up. The girls even donated some of their tennis balls to help hold this tree up. Nice job. Thank you so much. Sure. There is our catalpa. The biggest reasons we wanted to do this is that our crabapple tree, which is right above me right here, it's been having a lot of trouble over the last few years. You can kind of see it's losing a lot of branches. And we have a lot of shade-loving plants right here. And it's the front of our house, and it's our Zen garden area. And, you know, it's something that we want to have shade in. This is here to really help this bed. It's had some issues with grasshoppers, etc. It's had a hard time this summer. So we're hoping this tree, what, Eddie, 15 years?
It's supposed to be 50 feet tall and 30 feet wide. So
wow.
If we make to see it,
yeah,
it'll be awesome.
And here's a pic right here of what it will look like in the springtime. I'll put that right there so you can see why we are so excited about this tree and the new friends it's making with the crabapple and with the ash tree.
Yeah, well, that's one thing that we talked about. We didn't say here is that you plan for, you know, people just replace the trees when one tree gets dead, or in a lot of places in the country, people don't do anything with the trees because there's just so many, like in Pennsylvania.
And or just easily quickly cut them down. Like this elm tree, we're really fighting.
But here you have to kind of think about the next generation of trees. These trees have been here since the 70s, so they're getting.
We like to do a tree a year at least, right? Yeah. That's it for this week. Thanks for being here with us. Let us know what you think, or if you're planting a tree, what kind of tree you're planting this fall. Just again, it's something we love to do every September. And what do you like to do? And from Ed and me, I've been just behind the camera for most of this episode, and our Catalpa Tree. Until next week, take good care, and onward we grow. Thanks for growing with us, and we will see you next time. And in the meantime, be sure to like, comment, let us know what really resonated for you in this video, and then of course be sure to subscribe at no cost to you and be updated when we have new videos up to play.